Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are wrapping up the Suicune research event. The final... What is this? Please note the following before moving to another site. You have mission rewards waiting to be claimed. That is a good notification. Thank you very much, game. I was very thrown off by that. I have literally never seen that screen. But yes, I do want my diamonds. So, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and grab our diamonds. We're going to grab our sleep points. That's going to put us at 1,477 for our grand total. I appreciate you telling me that, game. That is very nice, very generous of you. All right, we do have the good sleep day bundles are now available. And for our daily lottery, we are going to pick up a small dream cluster. Very nice. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Well, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and let's see what we're going to get for our final sleep research of the Suicune research event. I'm just now realizing that I goofed very hard and forgot to use my focus incense, so yay me and my smooth brain, but at least we should still end up with a decent amount of research XP. I wanted to really take advantage of the event and use it on Sunday night, and I completely forgot. But definitely a dozing sleep based on that. Sleep was all over the place last night. Okay, so we should get a pretty decent amount. I know we're going to get the 1.5 times. I'm trying to remember what I was at before. I think I'm going to get around 30,000, about 220,000. Wow, 216.9 million, almost 217 million. Not bad. I did see where a couple of folks were telling me to try to get to a certain point to try to get that 3-star Suicune, but I was so far away, it just wasn't going to happen. A top belly for alligator, though, is going to happen. That's pretty cool. I see 2 brand new sleep styles already, maybe 3. I'm really kicking myself right now for not using that focus incense. That's a bunch of XP I missed out on because I was not paying attention. Yeah, only 5 sleep styles that we had before. So we got Suicune, Pikachu, Psyduck, Totodile, and Squirtle, which the Suicune we knew we were going to get because of the incense. That means we've got 4 brand new sleep styles. So a top belly for alligator. If only you were shiny, that would just be fantastic. All right, buddy. Not the first one. We just need the 3-star now. We're almost there. We're getting very close. We're also doing very well on our sleep style goals. There is not a lot left for us to find. The 3-star Arbok Uncoiled Sleep. Not a lot left for us to find in the sleep decks. We're getting, I think we're pretty much above 75% on every island. Some were even into the 80s. That completes the Arbok. Skeledirge might be brand new. I don't remember if I got one during the event. During the 1-year anniversary, I don't remember if I got a Skeledirge. So maybe this is a new one. Sturdy Sleep. It is.
The fireball on its head has gained a soul, and when Skeledirge's sleep is shallow, the fireball moves around and sometimes plays pranks. Skeledirge is an excellent caretaker and never gets angry no matter what's done to it. It just keeps sleeping.
All right, very nice. I like Skeledirge. Skeledirge, definitely my favorite of the Gen 9 starters, but you know, I'm biased. It is the fire type, so definitely biased there. And a new Croconaw. This might actually be the final Croconaw. Not sure. I think I got the top belly Croconaw earlier this week. Either that or I am just making things up in my head case. No, I think I did get it earlier this week. Croconaw is now done. Nice, not bad. A very productive research for the sleep decks. 4 brand new styles, very good, and a couple that we completed entirely. Hungry Squirtle, that's it. Ooh, actually, you know, I don't think it really matters all that much. I could feed the Arbok, or I could just take home another Squirtle. I would like an AAB Squirtle. I think that's the one I don't have. Or yeah, let's go ahead and the AAB Squirtle is not as important. Getting a better Totodile is. Let's go ahead and take the Totodile home and we will wrap it up there. A very, very big boy research, but just not a lot that I'm really all that worried about. We only have 4 biscuits left. Yikes. Things aren't looking good. Good thing the event is over. Nope, we're gonna send out the Suicune candy. Where's it at? There you are. Definitely the Suicune candy. 110 more mains. All right, very nice. Very good. And that means 11,681. If I had used that, I would have gotten 23,200 and something. We did make it to 58 though. Finally, we did get another biscuit, a friend incense. Ooh, they don't give those out too often. And 2 dream clusters. Very good. Very good rewards. And 23,259 dream shards. I like it. Okay. Moment of truth. Totodile. Relaxed. Oh no. It is berry finding at level 10. We figured that out already. That's good. Berry finding, inventory up. Not so much. Helping speed, skill trigger, and dream shard bonus at 100. Not bad. Relaxed is okay. It's not the best nature. It's kind of about the same as neutral to me. A little less than neutral because the XP gains down does kind of suck, but not bad. But I'm thinking with all these sub skills, it's probably not going to match up to our other one that we already evolved into a Feraligatr. I mean, it is going to be very good, but having berry finding at level 10 is kind of skewing it a bit because, yeah, berry finding and helping speed are very good. Those are the ones you really want. We'll hold on to it. I don't think we're going to get rid of it. We just probably won't invest in it for a hot minute. But we're definitely going to hold on to it because this could go on a team with other Feraligatrs to make a really, really strong powerhouse. So we're definitely going to hold on to it. We're just going to see what this rates as. Looking pretty steady around 94. So that's good. That's pretty good. 93. Come on. Are we gonna call it a 93? That's kind of what it's looking like. So B 93. No, 94. Yeah. Okay. B 94. BFS. All right. And we are done. Very, very good. Okay. I like it. Not bad. Pretty solid catch. Could have been better, but definitely could have been a lot worse. So pretty good sleep research to wrap up the end of the event. We did make it to Master 15. We've got our weekly summary that we're going to go through and we'll wrap up everything that we got to. All right, the experience you gain from this sleep research will now be put towards other areas of sleep research because my Cyan Beach was already capped out at 60. So it's going to be divided amongst the other 3. Taupe Hollow, Snowdrop, and Lapis Lakeside. I don't have either of those at 60. I'm curious what they are going to look like though. But for now, week 60 is, we made it to Master 15, which is down from last week, but that makes sense. We had a good camp ticket last week, but still a record for Cyan Beach. So still doing good. So we've got 1,446,379 final strength, 520,497 from berries, and 800,850 from cooking. Very nice. Overall grade of D, which is not surprising. I missed a day, but at least I still got 2 handy candies. Yeah, I technically missed a day because on Tuesday I went to bed after 4 o'clock. So that one day ruined everything. Interesting. All right, well, let's move on. And I think everybody kind of figured out I was going here. Oh, maybe I don't have 75% here. 70 for everything for sure. 83, 83, 87, 75. Yeah, Taupe is the only one where I don't have above 75, but area bonus is 59%. I mean, it's basically full, and then this week we'll make it full, so whatever. We're going to go here. Everybody kind of figured it out because overstacking Marowak. That wasn't my intention setting out at the beginning of last week. It just kind of happened that way with Marowak getting the favored berry for Snorlax last week and then getting the good Suicune that could help him overstack. So it just kind of worked out that way. We got curries and stews again. That could be beneficial. That could be very beneficial. Okay, 10 more apples. Well, we definitely don't need more of those. We have plenty. but we're going to do things a little bit out of order. You know, I want to get breakfast done so that we don't have to worry about it in case we get caught up doing other things. Let's go ahead and collect from Suicune first. No skill triggers. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, how about you? I definitely knew there weren't going to be skill triggers there, but I'm going to collect all of your inventory. So with everybody's overstacking, we're going to see how far we get. I wish there was a way to skip, actually. Look at that. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. There it goes. It finally stopped. Ton of berries. Let's see. Over 200 berries in Marowak's inventory. So that's going to take us pretty far. I am going to go ahead and make breakfast, and then we'll just have to subtract the amount of breakfast from it. I don't know what to, well, we'll just do the limbercorn stew. That's what we got for now. We definitely don't have time to get ingredients together. We'll just throw in a bunch of some of this excess that we have, and we'll go from there. I mean, an extra tasty would be nice. That'd be fantastic, since I didn't get one yesterday. Didn't make dinner yesterday, just kept the ingredients. Even with dinner, if it went extra tasty, there was no way to get to that mark that we would have tried to get to for the 3-star Suicune. So that's why I went ahead and saved the ingredients. 16,378 is not very good, but we also started with a suboptimal dish. Hey, looky there, it's already lunch. It's a good thing I made breakfast first. We already started with a suboptimal dish on Monday of last week. So starting suboptimally for the first meal isn't the worst thing. It's not going to ruin everything. But this will allow us to get a good head start with the berries that we had overstacked, because we did have a little bit of overstack with Feraligatr and Croconaw as well. They're not favored, so they won't be as strong, but it will help. So while Snorlax is eating, let's go ahead and check. I don't think we have new news. We do not, but we do have Good Sleep Day coming up this week. I'm trying to remember the exact dates. It is starting tomorrow. Cool. So starting tomorrow, we have the first day of Good Sleep Day. Then Wednesday is the middle day, and Thursday is the final day, ending Friday morning at 4 a.m. So good to know. This is your reminder to get your incense ready and actually use them, unlike I did. Stupid me. We do have 44 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 that doubled up. Very nice. No more mains. That makes sense. All right, let's go check out the shop. Let's see our final total, 291 mains. Of course, we're gonna buy the cheap incense to hold on to. We'll keep that in our pocket for a rainy day when we think we can get the 3-star. I can only buy one more Suicune biscuit. Actually, hold on. Do I want to do that? Am I that worried about a water stone? I mean, one great biscuit versus 1,400 sleep points. 1,400 sleep points buys a lot of Poke Biscuits. Yeah, we'll get the water stone. We'll make sure we get the water stone. That's probably a good call. And then candy, water type candy is also very useful. Let's do a mix of each. You know what? No, let's just buy all the water candies that we can. We're going to get plenty of handy candies from other sources. So let's just buy all the water type candies. And then we'll buy a couple of Suicune candies just to use as many mains as possible. All in all, not bad. We bought out the things we wanted, the main skill seed, the water stone. We bought as many biscuits as we could. We got as many chances to see Suicune as possible. Probably could have bought, well, definitely could have bought more biscuits if I wasn't constantly trying to spawn Suicune just for the shiny chance and XP and shards. But I think it's worth it in the long run. So we are going to get a few biscuits on Thursday. That's good. We're still not to the point where Snorlax is eating the figgy berries yet. I just want to see what that strength is going to look like. But we can... okay, so that's for the sleep decks. We can go ahead and start formulating a plan for this week. We got curries, so that will be interesting. Let's go ahead and switch back on over. Let's check our curries. So I haven't updated the level yet, but Dream Eater Curry is now 57. But what if we wanted to try for something more? Let's see. Hypothetically, if we wanted to make something that was more in line with the berries for this island, ninja curry would probably be the way to go, but I don't think I have the best soybean gatherer. I don't think that would work. Let's see, it's lepa berries, figgy berries, citrus berries, so fire types would definitely be good. Definitely be good. Ground types, rock types. I mean, we could take a look. Sausage, I'm not worried about. Mushrooms, I'm not really too worried about. I think we can make that work, but we would be looking at a full team of ingredient gatherers at that point. Ooh, actually, I mean, it's a water type, but one thing we could do is take a little look-see doodle at our Quaxley. Where's our team analysis? Why am I losing my mind? There it is, team analysis. Could take a little look-see doodle at our Quaxley and see. I haven't updated you in a long time. You are level 42. Okay. Level 42, Taupe Hollow. So if we want to make, I really want to see how much strength we're getting from those berries, the figgy berries from Marowak. Made it to another rank up. So basic 4, not bad, not bad. Still haven't made it to the figgy berries, and that's why Marowak is very strong. Look at that, 3 more. Okay. So if we want to make the ninja curry, let's also check the auto team maker, which the auto team maker is a premium feature, but let's see what we can do with this. Curry's 57, and we want to not Inferno. Let's aim for Ninja, because this will be a good week to level it up since we basically have a 60% area bonus here with the 59%. This will be a good week to level this up. So let's see. Can we make this happen? Let's work on meal coverage. Let's focus on that and calculate. No, oh, I thought that was going to say nothing. I was going to be very surprised. Okay. Okay, that looks like a better team. We might have to do that, actually. Okay, now we've made it to the figgy berries. There are 194 each, which is probably a result of Marowak's level. Because I know the Blastoise on Cyan was bringing in like 300 something. Yeah, Marowak's only level 31. That makes sense. Okay, so this is the suggestion for our best team, and it's estimating that we will be able to make 83.5% of all of the meals and reach Master 8. Interesting. Okay. We'll probably be short 53 leeks, 99 shrooms, and 22 soybeans, but that seems like something we could work around. Definitely seems like something we can work around. Let's export this to team analysis. We'll just say Taupe export, and we'll move back over to team analysis, and here we go. Where's it at? Probably need to refresh the page. That might help. Refresh. Yeah, there it is. Taupe. Okay, so in this scenario, very interesting that it went with the Doug Trio over the Quaxley. Quaxley would help with the soybeans and the leeks. Even though what we want is an ABB, I think a small investment to at least get this started would help. And that's not even the right Graveler, I don't think. Okay, let's start plugging Pokemon in their place. Okay, so first off, Is this the Graveler that it's talking about? Level 21. Yeah. ABA helping bonus. This is the one it's talking about. As long as we don't let it get to level 30, it doesn't hamper our soybean production. However, I have a feeling that we don't need this on the team. I have a feeling that we're going to be okay without either of them, to be honest with you. Let's go take a look at our Quaxley real fast. We'll get a production comparison on these two, because that's the real question. If we were to use this Graveler, I would evolve it today, and I believe it evolves at 25. But we'll just put it at 25 anyway for the inventory up M, because we definitely want that no matter what. And then the Quaxley that we caught was this one. ABA. Did I save it? I think I might not have saved it. No, I didn't save it because I was thinking about not using it, but I held on to it because sometimes you guys give me ideas that could work, and I think about them and I'm like, yeah, you know, we could try it. Let's see. Would this work at least for a little while and make no more investments beyond level 30? Skill level up S, inventory up S, ingredient finder S. That's a long way to go for ingredient finder. Helping speed and inventory up L with serious nature. Maybe. The problem is, I think best case scenario, this thing just was not doing that well. So let's see. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Soybean production is half, or not even half, it's about a third of what the Golem is doing. And the Golem doesn't even need to be level 30. Yeah, that's pretty rough. And then Doug Trio, ABA, let's expand. Let's see. How many leaks are we getting a day? 27? Ooh, yikes. And we need, for the Ninja Curry, 36. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Farfetch needs to be in the game immediately. We need Farfetch so fast. Oh man. Yeah, this is bad. I'm thinking Ninja Curry is just not a viable meal for me. You know what? I had an idea. Scrap all that. We're going to do something different. We're going to do something very, very different. Let's see. Tails. How are we looking? I could. You're pretty good. You get Tails at 30. But you're a skill specialist. You get Tails at 60, so you don't count. Okay. How about you? Same thing. Skill specialist, Tails at 30. Could get you to level 60, but I don't think that would help. Let's see. We'll just do it right here. I've already got it pulled up. Slow bro. Let's just assume you're level 60. It's a ton of investment, but let's see how that pans out. 15 tails a day. Not enough. Cool. So that's not going to work either. We need to find something that we can make that's going to be easy to get the ingredients, preferably with fire types. That would be ideal. So herbs and sausage. Let's go take a look at our pantry. If we have enough eggs, which I don't think we do, we can maybe do that for a while. We could do this bulk up bean curry and just swap in. It's a little too low though. We're gonna have a problem no matter what we do, I think. I think outside of just going for the Dream Eater butter curry again, it's just gonna be a problem. As much as I want to do something new, I just don't have the Pokemon for it. I do not have the ingredient finders to do the things that I want to do. Which I realize is a funny thing to say when I have the Pokemon to make the strongest recipe, but making the strongest recipe locks me into a certain team build that I don't necessarily want to use because I want to try something different. But I have an idea that may work out for us in the long run. What we're going to do something very strange. It's gonna be very weird. It's gonna be weird, but I think it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna leave Suicune on the team for right now. We're gonna put our big boy Blastoise up here. We've got plenty of milk to last for a while. We're just getting Cocoa. So we should also have a ton of tomatoes. Well, I said let's double check, so let's double check. Let's double check how we're doing. Let's go to the pot. Curries and stews. Today's going to be a long video for all of you that enjoy the super long videos. All right. Yes, we have a good amount of milk. We've got a decent amount of cocoa. We want to keep it that way. We've got not as many tomatoes as I thought, but we do need potatoes. And in order to get potatoes, we're going to have to get our Masquerada to level 50 to get those potatoes coming in very well. But I think it's worth it to do so, just not right now. For right now, let's bring in our old Victory Bell, the ABA. Let's get some potatoes because I feel like as it stands, Victory Bell performed way better on the potato front than Masquerada did. So let's make sure we bring in Victory Bell, get some more tomatoes on top of more potatoes. We already have an excess of tomatoes, so that's going to work in our favor. And we're going to try something a little bit different. It's not going to be to the effect that I want, but I think it will be good because if we can just get a couple here and there, it will help significantly. And we are going to get this guy to level 25 and do something wild and crazy. So we're going to try the Dedenne strat that I've seen people in the Discord doing to great effect. My effect will probably not be as good as theirs, but we're going to try it even with just a small investment and see how it works out. Because I think that if we go back to rate the Pokemon and we bring up this Dedenne, we're going to find out that a little bit is going to go a long way with this guy. So this is the Dedenne we're talking about. It is just up to 60. It's still maybe 76. I mean, the first 3 sub-skills on this Dedenne are pretty much exactly what we want. Helping speed, skill trigger, inventory. All very good. Okay, so it looks like it did drop a little bit. However, if we do something cheeky, if we do something very cheeky, let's see, 25, we can expect 3.7 a day. Not bad. But if we get a little bit wild, just a little bit, I'm going to do this for the science. Now, which one went up first? Helping speed. I was hoping skill trigger would land, but unfortunately, no. So let's get rid of that and put helping speed there. And now let's see. So 3.7 is what we were looking at before. Now we're at 3.9 and the rating has gone up pretty substantially. However, if we do it again, skill trigger M, so we're at 3.9. Nice. Sweet. So 3.9, 83. We did it again. And now we've got skill trigger M. Substantially better. 4.4. And that's just at level 25. The further we invest in this Dedenne, the better it gets. 6.3. Boom. But if we do it again, this is all for science. And if this turns out to work and be a great thing, then this is going to go a long way. We raise it by 5%, which isn't much, but if we can get several a day, that 5% will add up. And we can see just how much extra tasty we're going to get. And you know what? We got a bunch of Dedenne candy. We got a decent amount of dream shards. Let's just, let's see. What's the difference between 25 and 30? So 4.4 at 25 and still 4.4 at 30. But little bit faster is a little bit faster. So how far can we take you? Level 32? That's not bad. You know what? Might as well make the big investment. We've already invested seeds. What's a little bit of candy and shards, you know? We had to do the candy for a mission anyway. Plus, that little bit of extra cocoa can help out. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. And then we can invest in this Suicune as well. The inventory up is not as high as I would like it to be, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that right now. Even if I had a subskill seed left, I couldn't do it because the inventory up M blocks me, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's I got 432 Suicune candies. I just want to get it to level 30 just for that nice round number. So let's do that. And I think we are in a good place that we can see how this is going to work. We don't have a berry specialist. We are relying entirely on cooking this week. So it's going to be an interesting experiment to see how well this goes. We did have that head start with all of the overstacked berries that we had, but the rest of the week is going to rely entirely on how well we can gather our ingredients. And Suicune is going to help us with that, with the helper boost. It's not boosted like it was during the event, but it will still add up. And then Dedenne giving us 5% extra tasty chance every time. If we get to a point where we have a decent amount of ingredients for the rest of the day or 4 or 5 meals, we can swap in the other Dedenne as well and double stack those buffs and see how it goes. And then Gardevoir keeping everybody's energy high should help keep production of not only the ingredients, but the skill triggers very high. That is the goal this week, is to just run this experiment on an island where we need just 1% left to cap it out. So we might as well come here and cap it out anyway. And it's just taking an easy break. This is the perfect week to just run an experiment, and who cares what rank we get to? We're just seeing what happens. Sometimes that's the fun of science, just to see what happens. So I know it seems crazy that I used all those seeds, but we'll get them back eventually. May be a while, but we'll get them back eventually. And we're going to learn a valuable lesson that, either it'll go well and you guys can employ a similar strategy, or take this strategy and modify it and make it better, or it will go terribly for me, but maybe you guys can still learn something and hopefully perfect it even more than I was able to. And we'll go from there. But we are going to get a Cyndaquil in since this week if things go well. So that's good, because I definitely do still need a better Cyndaquil. But that is where we're going to wrap it up today. It's going to be a big experiment this week to see how things perform in practice, and we'll just have to see how things go. But that's going to be it from me today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on this experiment that I'm running this week. And a huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box and come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, get behind the scenes details about this experiment. And other than that, y'all have a good night. Enjoy your week off after the event. Hopefully things went well for you. And yeah, till next time. Later, dudes.